You're going to begin in child's pose. If you have limited ankle mobility that prevents your butt from getting all the way down to your heels, you can roll something up underneath of your ankles to make that a little bit more comfortable. And it's okay if your butt's elevated a little bit, if you can't, like if your knee mobility prevents you from getting all the way down here. Ideally, you're in the bottom of child's pose with your knees spread out a little bit further than what your hips are. If you have a partner, then they would take just their forearm would work, or they could just press with their hand. They're not pressing straight down, they're gonna be pressing back this way. So I'm gonna use my forearm to create a little bit of traction on Ashley's sacrum, and then Ashley's gonna press her hands into the table here in order to just begin the movement as if she's gonna move forward from here. When she does this, I'm just maintaining my resistance here. She's not really going anywhere, she's just creating the activity here. I'm gonna pause here, Ash. The point of this is for activation of the pelvic floor from a lengthened state. So this is basically the opposite of a Kegel, because the pelvic floor, when you're in this position, has length to it. So from this lengthened position of the muscles of the pelvic floor, will create activity in order to generate forward movement. So without me resisting, if Ashley was just to go press herself forward, she's creating activity here. The resistance of a partner is helpful for getting feedback. That way she can feel her pelvic floor a little bit more and just get more awareness of the area between her pubic symphysis, her tailbone, and in between her sit bones. So that region is the pelvic floor, and we want to create activity here. So if you don't have a partner, you can still do this exercise. You're just going to get into child's pose, take a couple of deep breaths, and try to feel in between your sit bones for that area expanding on inhale as your abdomen expands into your legs, and then relaxing on exhale. So no Kegel or anything like that, just expand on inhale, relax on exhale, and then press your hands into the floor and gently lift yourself up. You don't have to go far. This is as far as you need to go. You're just feeling the awareness of the activation of your pelvic floor. And then rest back down on your heels. And repeat that a few times. This is not an exercise for strengthening these muscles. It's just an exercise for connecting your brain to your pelvic floor and creating activation.